Hey, it's Sabrina here with some special news. Remember Missing Voices? It's our series that followed 5 different high school newspaper programs across New York City, shining a light on inequities in journalism.
It just comes from my money.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. You're really holding it down.
Because I feel bad. They're meeting during their lunch, and then so not
That's Shakana Jason. She's a chemistry teacher and journalism club advisor. The club meets in her room during lunch, which is why she keeps extra snacks around that she buys herself.
But unfortunately, our school doesn't have money to give to clubs. Every little thing is just like, oh, sorry, we can't afford that. We can't afford this.
Our student reporters, Jadalyn, Jaden, Fredlove, Wesley, and Edward, spent nearly 8 months putting together one of the most important stories we've ever told. If you haven't already, you can check out the 4-part series by scrolling down in the feed. We highly recommend it. Here's the thing. The Bell hasn't just been reporting on the youth journalism gap. We've been working with a coalition of partners to address it. They include newsrooms, the City University of New York, and other nonprofit programs including Press Pass NYC that were featured in the series. Together, we are the New York City Youth Journalism Coalition, and we have an exciting announcement. We are launching Journalism for All. Journalism for All, or J4A, is a citywide initiative to build sustainable journalism programs in underserved public high schools. The initiative will provide curriculum, funding, and other forms of support to an initial cohort of 30 high schools starting in early 2025. Our goal is to create a model that can be replicated across all 500 public high schools and in other cities across the country. To all the high schools out there, applications are open now until November 4th. Learn more and apply at youthjournalismnyc.org/all. That's youthjournalismnyc.org/all. Joining me to share more about this big news are 2 student leaders from the Youth Journalism Coalition.
Hi, my name is Fredlove Dizam. I am a senior at Urban Assembly School for Law and Justice.
Fredlove was one of the Miseducation student reporters who led the Missing Voices project.
Hi, my name is Liza Greenberg, and I'm a senior at Bronx Science.
Why do you think it's important for youth, especially high school students, to engage in journalism? And how has your experience in this program helped to shape your perspective on that?
So I'll say I have had the chance, very fortunately, to do journalism in middle school and in high school, and it's completely changed the person that I am. It's made me definitely a better writer, a better editor, and also just a better collaborator. I've had the chance to work with a team of students, both at my school newspaper and also with the Youth Journalism Coalition. And it's taught me how to advocate both through writing and at the city level. But ultimately, all these skills about professionalism, about standing up for the causes I believe in, and about making sure that the information that I'm trusting is actually correct and is factual. And that has been invaluable in classes and in all the extracurriculars that I do.
I believe you have to start at a young age learning certain critical thinking skills and how to articulate yourself, how to advocate for yourself. And journalism is a career path that would help you learn all of these things. But you shouldn't have to wait until you're older. And a lot of the times when you're older and you're getting into these rooms, they're very leaning towards a certain side. And it's nice to get used to it from a young age and to get used to the sort of fields that you might be interested in when you're older.
So guys, pretend I'm a teacher or school who's on the fence about participating in this initiative. What would be your argument to convince me?
My argument would be basically it's free, you're getting paid, and you're getting a chance to help students learn more about journalism. And if you don't know anything about journalism, you're getting taught. And it's also an opportunity for you to get into journalism.
Yeah, and a lot of students could really benefit from this. There are students who want the chance to tell their stories, to talk about what's happening in school, to talk about the things that their friends are mentioning in the hallways. And right now they don't have an opportunity to do that, and also to learn the skills of writing and critical thinking and media literacy that journalism provides. So by signing up and by applying for Journalism for All, you could be benefiting a lot of your students for many years to come.
Gotcha. And there's also some info sessions on Zoom, right? Tell me when those are.
We have one info session Tuesday, October 8th at 6:30 p.m. and Wednesday, October 16th at 4:30 p.m. Don't forget to register.
So last question, guys. How did y'all get involved with YJC?
I had initially joined the Bell with the Summer Youth Podcast Academy, and since then I've just been hopping on to their next programs because I love it here. And eventually they told me about the YJC and all the work that would be done, and it just felt like a natural progression of the work that I'd been doing. I realized that me personally, my school doesn't have a journalism program, and I realized the best way for me to really put the skills that I have learned throughout my experiences to use is to make sure that other kids have the opportunity to get access to these same skills too.
So my story is a little bit different. I had a newspaper at my school, but I was sort of Googling and looking for journalism opportunities in New York City and other things to do, and I came across the Bell and reached out, and they told me about the YJC in its very early days. And I stuck around going to meetings even when I wasn't doing a whole lot of work for quite a few months. And then they started what we call SJAG, which is the Student Journalism Action Group. So we've both been doing that for about 8 months.
The whole process has been very fun, and not just fun, but it's been such a learning opportunity. I can't narrow down one moment that was just that great. But honestly, J Day and J Night were 2 days that we just everything that we'd been working towards just culminated into a wonderful moment where we got to talk to kids who saw the benefit of the work that we were doing, teachers and staff who had also been interested in the work that we were doing, and even people who were doing other parts making the curriculum, getting to talk to Katina, getting to talk to all these people that have different have seen different aspects of the process that we've been through has been so inspiring.
We've also just had a lot of enjoyment being together and experiencing our work kind of come to fruition, and we're very excited for Journalism for All to start because we think it's going to be a great next chapter.
You're hearing about the impact of journalism opportunities directly from Fred Love and Liza. Imagine how many more students this can reach. We're counting on you, loyal listener, to spread the word. Don't miss this opportunity for your school. You can sign up or learn more about Journalism for All at www.youthjournalismnyc.org/all. Again, that's www.youthjournalismnyc.org/all. If you don't attend or work at a high school, but you want to support our mission of expanding youth journalism access, there's a Get Involved section on that same YJC website. Or you can send an email to info@youthjournalismnyc.org. And don't worry, all of this is in the show notes. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more original student reporting later this school year.